The following takes place between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m.
So welcome Unity Bands community. John Sharippa here, founder of Unity Bands. Obviously Super Sunday here, and in keeping with the football theme, we've got the pleasure of welcoming to the channel here, wide receiver from the University of Maryland Terps, Brian Cobbs. Brian, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
So, we'll get right to it. Obviously 2020, a year like no other, whether you were off the field or on the field. So, for playing with the University of Maryland Terps, what was it like playing during the pandemic, within Maryland Stadium during that time?
Yeah, it was definitely a different environment. Not having Terp Nation there, and kind of feeling their energy, but through different ways of getting around stuff with having people's cutouts in the stands and stuff like that. We knew that they were behind us, and we knew that they were watching it at home on TV. So all we could really control and all we were really worried about was just trying to go out there and put on a show for them.
Yeah, so you bring up a good point with those cutouts. So, did you have any live fans in attendance, or was all just those dummies and cardboard pieces?
So families were able to come. I think actually the Rutgers game, I don't know. I can't remember if there were fans at all. I think maybe one or two games that we didn't have any fans at all. But as far as the games that we did have fans, it was pretty much just direct family that was allowed to come to that.
Okay. So your brother's at James Madison University. Our strategic advisor, Khalil Garriott, he's a JMU alum.
Okay.
So between you and your brother, is there kind of so brothers naturally, there's that rivalry, right? Do you guys have that rivalry since he's at JMU?
Yeah, no, that rivalry's been there since since I came into the world as a little brother. So he just graduated from JMU, but especially with him being a defensive player, there's always that anytime we're at the field trying to do a one-on-one type situation. Him thinking he can guard me thinking I can go out and catch every pass on him. So no matter what we're doing, what we're playing, whatever the competition is, there's always that rivalry and there's always competition.
Right. So December 12th, 2020, you have a career game. So versus Rutgers, your first touchdown, 99 receiving yards. I think some of that might have gotten lost in the noise because unfortunately Maryland did not pull off that game. But what was that game like for you going through that?
Coming into it, just trying to treat it like any other game. There's a lot of people sometimes if there's a situation where they haven't gotten that touchdown yet, it's just constantly thinking about that. But the way I kind of approach every game is just letting the game come to me. Just try to make every opportunity that's thrown my way, every ball that's thrown my way, try to catch it, and then the rest just make a play with that. So I was fortunate enough to be given a lot of opportunities within the game, and then just be put in a position to make plays when the opportunities have come. So that's really about it. With the touchdown, it was obviously felt long overdue to me, but all in all, I was just excited to go out there and just do what I can do to contribute to the team.
Sure, absolutely. So in switching gears a little bit, recognizing that, Unity Bands were trying to get after the COVID-19 problem, obviously with response and research. So have you been directly impacted by COVID-19, whether it's you, close family, anything like that?
So I think I'm the only family member in my family that has actually gotten it. But I got it back in July. Fortunately, I was able to be asymptomatic. So I went through the whole quarantine process. And then the whole return to play process as far as getting cardiac MRIs and all that type of stuff. I had to go through that whole thing. And then I was fortunate enough to be able to come back and my heart was clean. So I was able to play and just return to play through a normal setting.
Okay. Well, good to hear that you got through that, unscathed. And, on the topic of testing, so you think about stories like Nick Saban, summer of last year, he went through a period where it was got a negative test and a positive test. What was the testing experience like for you?
Yeah, so once we do test positive, you're within, I think it's a 90-day time span where you don't have to test again. So by the time the season started back up, I was out of that time frame, and then we were back. If just the normal athletes on the team, we were testing every day, besides Sunday, I believe. So going through that whole process, having to get up in the morning, it became normal quickly. But I know getting used to the process was tough at first. And then we know that at the end of the day, they're trying to do what's best for us and look out for our safety. So getting up in the morning and going through that morning test process, it was required, and we kind of just accepted it and made it what it was. So
Okay, well, again, good to hear. So in terms of unity bands, one of our mottos is hope, fight, unity. So what does that slogan, what does the unity band's mission mean to you?
Yeah. Well, hope, first of all, I feel like in anything you do, you have to have hope to come out successful and really just accomplish what you want to accomplish. And then to be able to do that, you got to fight for what you want and what you need. So fight is a big thing that we stand by as a program. I stand by as a person. And then, sorry, what was the last word?
So hope, fight, unity.
And unity, yeah, unity. To make that all happen, you definitely need a strong support system. And when everything comes together, I feel like there's not a goal anyone can't accomplish when they have unity with a strong group.
Yeah, so I appreciate your feedback on that. So in switching gears a little bit, it's Super Bowl Sunday. We got the big game tonight. So who's your pick for Super Bowl 55?
I gotta go with the Bucks. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I gotta go with the Bucks.
Right. Well, I've heard opinions go each way, and what are your thoughts? Close game or kind of a landslide?
Definitely a close game, just with the offensive firepower that the Chiefs have. But I think all in all, Tom Brady's gonna do what he does and end up finding a way to win the game. So
Sure.
That's kind of my analysis on everything.
Okay. So, Brian, appreciate you joining us. Anything else you'd like to share with the community? The floor is yours. Anything else you wanna talk about that I might not have hit?
No, I'm just very grateful for the Unity Bands community being a part of this, and I hope everyone has a really great rest of the Super Bowl Sunday.
All right, Brian, again, appreciate your time and best of luck in your Maryland career and beyond, my friend.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
So for those of you who are just tuning in, we're doing a Super Sunday event to support COVID-19 response and research to include the University of Maryland Medical Center and the University of Maryland School of Medicine. My name is John Sharippa, founder of Unity Bands. I'm here at the Naval Marine Corps Memorial Stadium, a beautiful backdrop here. So for those who have been with Unity Bands community from the start, thank you for your support. For those who are just joining today, anybody can buy bands at any time, and all the proceeds are going to COVID-19 response and research. So in the near future, we're going to be rolling out our third batch of bands, which are a high quality product, just kind of a sneak peek of what's coming down the line. I'm confident that no one is getting after this COVID-19 response and research fundraising like Unity Bands, and it's all because of your guys' support. So this has been a great event so far today. For those of you who have missed the videos earlier, we're going to keep them on our Facebook page and our YouTube page, so you can check those out in the future. So the bands are obviously designed to support COVID-19 response and research. However, if you look back at the original ethos of Unity Bands, Hope, Fight, Unity, it's really about building community morale during this pandemic. 2020, 2021, this has been a tough time for everybody across the globe. So in wearing the Unity Bands with this nice logo, it's really designed to bring people together and improve community morale. So thanks for everybody's support today so far. The goal this hour is to sell 200 Unity Bands. So roughly $2 from the sale of each band, all proceeds are going to our COVID-19 causes. So thanks everybody for buying the bands, sharing the love on Facebook, Instagram, and dropping us a note on Gmail if you have any questions or want to just say, hey, look, I bought some bands today. So appreciate that. So we'll see you back in another hour. We're really coming close to the end here of this fundraiser. So thanks everybody, and hope, fight, unity.